So my first name is Eddie, last name Pierce.
Maybe you can tell me a little bit more about Ivy Hill Youth Soccer Club.
The Ivy Hill Youth Soccer Club was something that was started, I would say, around 2017 by Houston Stevens and Hugo Pierre, but it goes back as far as 2017. I would say this, it's my form of service. As a youth, I played locally in the community on a few basketball recreation teams, as well as in the neighborhood, in the street playing street football. Baseball wasn't so much of a thing until later on in life when I started coaching. I'll be honest with you, it's a full-time job for me in a sense because luckily I'm fortunate enough to be retired. So therefore a lot of my time is dedicated to these sports programs that we have right here in Ivy Hill Park. Service. I really enjoy the participation and the role that I mainly play in making sure that these programs are, moving forward, progressing. There's always a starting point, and what I always enjoy in the process of engaging in these programs is watching it grow over the years. As I feel, I treasure some altruistic values. And it's great when I run across people who are very sincere and authentic about their engagement with youth sports programs as well. So it kind of makes my job easy in a sense where working with these people who have a vision or idea of what they want to accomplish in these programs growing, not for the sense of how they can profit financially, but how they can take a program and build it to a point where it's so beneficial to the children in our community. Because I tend to believe that if you don't provide them recreational programs like this, it just leaves so much idle time for those children to not have anything else to turn to. Because we are, and I tend to believe, like, I don't do this by myself. I'm very fortunate to find or to run across people that all have that same common interest of wanting to build youth sports in our community. Love of the sports, but just the fact that how they come together, and I see a lot of characters being built, personalities, or I just see the concept of them taking full advantage of it and just watching the value. If I can sum it all up, being involved in this program, you have the pleasure of watching them from the first day they're here to an extended period of 2-3 years going by where evolution process, yes. And the growth is it's so amazing because you can think back to the time who they were from the start. And like you said, as they evolve, as they grow. That's what I love about kids today. They gravitate to all of the positive things that these programs have to offer. I love the way that they take to it. So it's beautiful. Athletes make the best leaders of tomorrow. And I say that simply because athletes are invested, most athletes invest at a very early age. And in that process, they go through the exposure of being led by other leaders. And a lot of times collective. The concept of being collective is knowing that everything comes back to community. Just like a team, the team concept is knowing that the success of us as a whole relies upon the contribution as individuals. So one of the things I learned from that is the fact that those who learn how to work together collectively generally grow up to be the greater leaders.